I have never seen a film that makes me question what kind of drugs everyone but our main characters were on to make them act the way they do. But 2004's Christmas with the Cranks is making me wonder. The film follows misadventures of our main characters Luther and Nora Crank, played by the father of Christmas movies himself, Tim Allen, and Laurie Strode herself, Jamie Lee Curtis, in what I feel was a series of holdover movies for Halloween 2018. Now, I say misadventures as a more of an understatement, because this movie is balls to the wall insane in what it does. From creepy snowmen to a cult-like mentality of the neighborhood, this movie is just a music change away from being a straight-up horror. What's odd about this film is that during the entire runtime, the neighborhood tries to guilt and force Tim and Jamie into celebrating Christmas even though they have a far better plan in mind. I can understand how the holidays aren't for everyone, and if they have a better alternative in the horizon, they should take that. But here, it's celebrate or be shunned. I feel this is a satire on those who celebrate the holiday a little too seriously. We're all bound to see that one family who does things way over the top every year, and here in the film, it offers it as a form of satire in the most extreme of ways. Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis are also fun to watch when they're on screen, and compared to the other insane neighbors and crazy events happening in the movie, it's a real fun time to see their reactions as well. And by the end of the movie, it won't feel like you wasted your time. Now, is it a good movie? No. Is it a bad movie? Not really. There is bound to be something here you'll like, and I know I found a bunch of stuff I liked, and that's why I see it as the perfect guilty pleasure of the holiday season. Arnold Schwarzenegger has an interesting appeal for movies. No matter how good or bad the movie is, it can't be argued that he's honestly the best part of the entire experience. So that's why I say Jingle All The Way is a good guilty pleasure movie. Like Christmas with the Cranks, this movie takes place in a weird universe during the holidays where people are willing to beat the hell out of each other for a toy. You know, considering our society today, I feel this isn't too far off. But anyway, the best thing I give this film is that the acting is not terrible. Arnold trying to be a normal dad is fun to watch. Phil Hartman steals the show whenever he's on screen. Even Sinbad, no matter how many people think he's bad, is honestly good in this movie. This movie also has moments where I can't help but laugh at what it does. The Santa warehouse scene is funny to watch, and Arnold punching a reindeer was also unexpected. It literally made me burst out laughing. The movie kinda slows near the end, but I still see it as something I can watch on TV when it comes on, and I know other people have that same mentality for this. In the end, Jingle All The Way is a movie that no matter what, will make you laugh all the way at how batshit insane it can get, and you know, I can't help but feel it's the perfect fit for the season. I know this is pretty much a popular movie to watch during the season, but I'm actually surprised that I'm actually in the group of people that enjoy it. There are others who think this isn't a good movie, and that I say compared to the other Doctor Strange movie we've gotten over the years, this is perhaps the closest we'll get to something that matches the source material and also expands on it. The movie follows the original story perfectly while also updating it and employing new twists in it. In the special, it isn't really known why the Grinch begins to hate Christmas. In the movie, we get a backstory to why that is, and it's actually pretty heartbreaking to know. Also, we get more characterizations between the Whos. In the special, they just love the holiday season, even after the Grinch took their stuff. In the movie, everything's materialistic, and that's why they care. Once the Grinch steals the stuff, they learn the true meaning of the season. I feel this is a good addition from what we got in the special. Other than that, the movie is harmless. Jim Carrey as the Grinch is also fun to watch and impressive with how the makeup was held for him.
Did the Grinch, I was, literally the makeup was like being buried alive every day.
How long did it take?
The first day was 8.5 hours. And I went back to my trailer and put my leg through the wall, and I told Ron Howard I couldn't do the movie. And then Brian Grazer came in, and being the fix-it man, and came up with a brilliant idea, which was to hire a gentleman who is trained to teach CIA operatives how to endure torture.
And it is honestly a good character redemption story, while also mixing in the meaning of Christmas. I would also be remiss if I didn't mention that the set looks amazing. In the book, you can get away with showing creative imagery, and having it brought on screen in live action is the perfect way to pay tribute to the book and the creative accomplishment it was able to do. And considering filming took place between 1999 and 2000, it's really impressive given that time. Today, if it was a live action Dr. Seuss movie, it would have been done with CGI and very little practical effects. The fact time was taken to make it as realistic as possible is really amazing. As to why the reception is split, I don't have a good reason. Maybe it's the design of the Who's, adult jokes and more, but I'm willing to look past it considering this is a classic to watch every year. You know, there is another live-action Dr. Seuss movie that came out about a few years after this. But I don't have time for that. You know the classic movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from the 60s? That classic stop-motion film that we gather around the TV with family and friends every year that tells the story of not fitting in and eventually being the saving grace of the holidays, while also showing it's wrong to make fun of others and their dreams, which all culminates in a satisfactory conclusion? Why not have a fucking sequel to that? That's right, in 2001, Good Times Entertainment released a direct sequel to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys. A sequel no one wanted nor needed, but is perhaps something everyone needs to see. Who thought it was a good idea to do this, seriously? There has to be someone with a valid reason besides cash to motivate the conception of this movie. I guess it was cool they got voice actors who sound like the characters of the special, which at the time came out about 37 years before. As for why they de-aged the characters from when we last saw them, I don't know. Nowhere could this movie fit in the timeline of the original Rudolph. So why this? Why is this a guilty pleasure? Well, think of it like this. If you got a chance to be a fly on a wall where this entire thing was created, would you take it? The reason I like this is because it makes you question the process it went through. Every idea has an origin, and I can't help but feel that while watching this, I want to examine why. Why would they do this, and why do they think it's a good idea? The special isn't good, but it isn't the worst thing ever. The voice work is okay, and it's cool they got actors like Rick Moranis and Jamie Lee Curtis. Don't know how they got them, but it's cool. In the end, the only reason the special is to be seen this holiday season is the same reason we like movies that are bad. Morbid curiosity. While watching this, I want you to question why. Why did this need to be made? And believe me, whatever you come up with, it probably won't match the reason those involved have to bring this movie to life. Now it's time for honorable mentions. I'm leaving blank here because I'm considering doing this list again next year. And if you have any suggestions of what should be on the list, put in the comments down below and I'll check them out. For this entry, we're going to turn this into a quick thoughts media segment. In the far-off year of 2002, a Christmas special will be brought into this world. With big names attached to the project, while attached to an unknown production company, this was going to be lightning in a bottle. For all the wrong reasons. Rhapsody Street Kids Believe in Santa is the test for those in the guilty pleasure world. Whether or not to love what is hated the most about this movie is a challenge to overcome, but I can say that if you love movies that can reach the new caliber of so bad as this one does, this guilty pleasure is something you have to watch the holiday season. The entire movie is a story of a kid named Ricky on how he and his friends spend Christmas. It's a standard special, but who's attached to this is something to be impressed by. The special stars voice acting legends that include Mark Hamill, Nancy Cartwright, Greg DeLisle, Paige O'Hara, and more. With these big names, it was bound to get eyes on screens. And then it came out. Most of the criticism goes to how the animation looks in the special. It looks like N64 graphics didn't render right. According to resources, it took 6 months to animate. Now while that may be impressive, it's not really going to mean much if it looks like this. Animation is a long and grueling process that when given enough time, can leave a product that is satisfactory for both parties, the viewer and the maker. Rhapsody Street Kids didn't do well here, and that's an understatement. Aside from that, a positive I give is that the voice work is good, for the most part. If more work was done, the special would have been an honest 6 out of 10 at best, but at the same time, it would have been somewhat forgettable experience. I feel the only way people know about this is that thanks to its DOS status and of course the awfulness of the animation. If you want to watch it, it's on YouTube for free. I also highly recommend watching Rebel Taxi's video discussing the history behind the special because it is both amazing and awful. As for me, I'm still trying to figure out why Grandma talks like that.
Oh, see, for the